زيارتكم وشفاعتكم في الدنيا والآخرة. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المجيد وقرآنه الحميد وقوله الحق: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: وأحسنوا إن الله يحب المحسنين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Over the past couple of nights, we started our series about the Quranic perspective on those who are muhsineen, kind. Where we said, from the Quranic perspective, those who are muhsineen, those who are kind, are not only those who do good deeds, but rather those who do good deeds and it stems from their good faith and genuine and sincere submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Such are the muhsineen. Last night we discussed few attributes of the muhsineen. Who are the people who are muhsineen? From Surah Luqman and from Surah Ali Imran, when we looked at those descriptions, Allah says, for example, those who establish salat. Yani it's not just those who do good deeds, rather they establish salat. Yani by establishing salat, it means they submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They give zakat. They have yaqeen in the akhirah, certainty. Yani not just belief in the akhirah. Certainty, yaqeen. Yaqeen is a higher degree than just belief in the akhirah. Many people believe in the akhirah, but to have yaqeen, certainty, yani it's coming. It means those people constantly think about the akhirah. These are the muhsineen. So when we look at those, and then Allah will increase their hidayah, guidance. These individuals, when they have such attributes and such faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it is inevitable that their actions are going to be good. Because they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will see every action they do, what is going to be the consequence of this action? Is Allah pleased with this action or not pleased with this action? So it is said in the riwayat that Amir al-Mu'mineen salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi, whenever he was faced with a couple of options, whether to do something this way or this way, he would choose the most challenging way in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because he wants the more ajr, the greater ajr. So when a person is of such certainty in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he strives for the pleasure of Allah. Yani he looks forward to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And therefore in Surah Ali Imran, Allah gives some characteristics of the muhsineen that are social characteristics. Those who spend at the time of ease and difficulty. Yani even when they're poor, they don't have much, they'll still spend. They'll still give. They'll try their best. Those who control their anger. Of course, they would not say anything that would displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because they're worried, they have certainty in the akhirah. They know that they will be held accountable for every word they say. So they will watch their words, they will watch their language. So you see how they're related. When they have yaqeen in the akhirah, they establish the salat, they give the charity, they give at the time of ease and difficulty. When it's a holistic picture. And then they forgive people. Yani they don't hold grudges in their heart against, especially mu'mineen. Mu'mineen, they don't hold grudges. Allah, something happened in the past, they move on. It's not that, for example, they're naive. You know, sometimes, unfortunately, there is this perspective in the society that nice people are naive. That's completely false. They're not naive. Especially the mu'mineen, the muttaqeen who are nice and God conscious. Those people are extremely intelligent. They're not naive, but they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They fear Allah. And because they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they sometimes pretend that they don't know about some things. They ignore deliberately certain things. And there are riwayat, there are traditions that there is two concepts. One is ghaflat, which I mentioned last night. غفلة. Do you have that in Urdu? You say غفلة?
Yeah.
What does غفلة mean in Urdu? You guys speak Urdu or not?
Ignoring.
Unaware, absent-minded, for example, is in the state of ghafla. Yeah, that's the Arabic interpretation of it. That's the Arabic. Ghaflat in the Quran, usually it's associated with those who are unaware of the akhirah. So it is usually condemned. Ghaflat is condemned. Allah says, for example, and they are unaware of the akhirah, ghafilun. They're in ghaflat, for example. People are ghafilun. That is not good. That's condemned. Because it's associated with being ignorant of the akhirah, forgetful of the akhirah. Like the example I gave yesterday of the person who passes the cameras, the speed cameras. He's in ghaflat, that's why he gets caught, for example. But there is another thing, another concept called taghaful. Taghaful is deliberate ignorance of petty things. Deliberately ignoring. Someone says something, a person pretends he did not hear him. The husband says something, the wife pretends she did not hear him. The wife says something, the husband pretends he did not hear her. No. That is praised in the ahadith. The ahadith, they say this is a good thing. And there is a riwayah, من لم يتغافل تغافل يتغافل not غفلة يتغافل عن كثير من الأمور تنغصت عليه عيشته. One who does not deliberately ignore lots of things, deliberately pretends he does not know about them, ignores them, then his life will be challenging, difficult. He'll have a miserable life. Miserable life. يعني somebody said a word of criticism against me.